Yo guys, Neb here, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you guys a full guide on how to place in the upcoming Chapter 3 Season 3 Duo FNCS. This video specifically focuses on how you guys can get from round 1 into round 2. However, I will be making a part 2 to this video on how you guys can place in the round 2 and later stages of FNCS. All of the timestamps for this video will be along the timeline, so make sure to check them out. If you know something already, feel free to skip along until you find something useful. And yeah guys, drop a like if you want to qualify every single week, and yeah, let's get into it. So just quickly before I start, I just want to let you guys trust me on my knowledge in terms of qualifying you guys from round 1 into round 2, and I just want you guys to know that last season I qualified each week, so I do know what I'm talking about in terms of getting from round 1 into round 2, the best strategies and ways you can go about doing it. So if we go onto the compete tab, as you can see here, we have FNCS qualifier 1. Looking at round 1, as you can see, top 2,000 duos on Europe, NA, Brazil and Asia, and by NA I mean NA East and West. Top 2,000 duos are qualifying into round 2, and on Middle East and Oceania it's going to be the top 500 duos going on into round 2. Scrolling down, looking at the point format, it's exactly the same as the last FNCS and the Duo Cash Cups, meaning it's going to be very easy to predict the points you're going to need to qualify. For the last FNCS last season, I looked at the Duo Cash Cup, which was just before that FNCS qualifier, and noticed that there was only a 2-point difference in terms of points between top 2,000, and the points needed for qualification in FNCS were 2 points higher than it was in the Duo Cash Cup. So I recommend looking on the most recent Duo Cash Cup if you haven't got a previous week to look at, and adding a couple points onto that to know how many points you're going to need to qualify. Damn, I've been waffling. But if we use this method to predict points on a region like Europe, as you can see here, we go onto the most recent Duo Cash Cup and look at top 2,000, which was 91 points. So I would then assume that the qualification points for FNCS would be slightly higher than that, at around 95 to 100 points. And if you want to find the qualification points for your own region, if you're not on Europe yourself, then you can just use TRN Fortnite Tracker to do exactly what I've just done. So now we've covered the format and the points you're going to need to qualify and how to find that out. Now I'm going to be talking about how to play out your games in order to get this small amount of points in order to qualify. Because you don't need too many points to qualify, you can just simply play consistent end games and still qualify just by getting some top 10s here and there with a couple of kills. The other way you could go about it is trying to drop a high kill win in game 1 and then just playing some consistent games out. However, if you do this successfully, then you'll probably qualify with at least an hour left of the tournament for you to relax and know you've already qualified. My duo and I picked this method last season and it worked really well with us qualifying with an hour left consistently throughout the weeks. However, depending on your playstyle, pick one of these methods and they should both be able to qualify you from round 1 into round 2. In terms of some general tips, I would say definitely play for a grapple glove, as it gives a huge advantage in endgame, also giving the properties of a harpoon when pulling in loot to get refreshes. If you don't have a grappler, you will have to play your mats in endgame from first moving, which is enough to get you into round 2 as long as you get consistent refreshes. If you don't have a grapple and you are going into endgame, then the refreshes to look for will be while the zones are moving, as it's when people are looking to move and not to fight, meaning you can catch them off guard. For a more smooth experience, I would try and fight a team for the grappler, but at the start of the game to avoid wasted time. It is risky, but dying isn't a big problem as you don't need many games to qualify. Another tip is something that's come in newly this season, and it's not to get into the centre of the third zone or the second zone unless you can get there before the zone even starts to close. Or in other words, as long as you can get there very early. Instead, if you are in an area with buildings, try to stay there as long as it's in zone, and this is because if you're getting fought, it's a lot easier to use a lot of space within the buildings to play defensively. Another thing that has been quite normalised recently also is sitting in bushes, as it avoids any knowledge of other players knowing where you are, and also W keyers will not W key you. If you're boxed up in centre zone, players will know where you are, and if they want to fight, they will. However, if you're in a bush, they won't fight you, and the chances are you could even get a kill on someone walking past. So it's a win-win. The final general tip I have for you guys also is to bear in mind how stacked the games will be, as one thing that generally happens in FNCS Opens is that Surge pops up no matter what elo you're in. You could have 2 points after 1 hour and still get a 35 player moving. In these stack lobbies, make sure you're getting your Surge early so you don't have to force it later in the match, and also make sure to rotate early, getting the majority of your hard mats within the zone. Because the lobbies are also stacked within low elo, it's often a good opportunity for you guys to get kills in endgame where there's worse players who really don't know what they're doing. If you watch me, of course, you're obviously going to be better than the majority of players, so I would say you should definitely claim low ground and frag out on these bad players who are generally scuffed down there, trying to look for refreshes themselves. And the reason why I say this is the only other good team in the lobby will probably be on high ground, with the majority of bad players scuffing it about down on the low ground. So now we've discussed some general tips, now I'm going to be talking about how you guys can prepare for this tournament. If you pick the consistent playstyle where you're playing your games exactly the same throughout, then obviously I recommend getting a game plan that you follow every single match. However, if you're trying to play for a high kill win at the beginning of the tournament, then I recommend having two different game plans. One for optimizing the amount of kills you can get, and also one for getting you consistent end games within high elo, with a big emphasis on how you're getting your storm surge, because that's generally when it's hardest to get it. A plan like this could consist of something like you landing on a chest and always looking at the same area, such as an area where people get grapple guns, where they won't have guns, and you can consistently get elims off spawn. Also, something I say all the time in all my videos, but I am going to say it again, and it's that if you didn't qualify in Qualifier 1 or Qualifier 2 and you are watching after those have passed, then I recommend watching back at a team that qualified easily and a team that qualified not so easily, and just try to see what kind of methods are working for teams that are doing better than others. And you could then spot these and implement them into your own gameplay. So guys, that's all I wanted to cover within this video. However, to wrap it up, I am going to be playing you guys a good game that me and my duo had in the last Duo FNCS to qualify us into the round 2. Make sure to watch just to get your head in that FNCS kind of mindset, and watch how we're claiming our layers and getting our refreshes throughout the end game. For example, when we're not having a grappler in this season. And yeah, enjoy the rest of the video.
Hop in, hop in. Cracked, fully bot.
1 HP, 1 HP, 1 HP, 1 HP, dead. Got it. I'm fully building. I've got only words.
I have 500 metal,
Oh, get to me, you build.
I'm building. Take.
Yeah, take it.
Drop it.
Okay,
I got mats.
Get back in zone. I got the kill down there. One dead, all dead.
Come
I'm getting all
to
the
me,
mats.
I'm full chilling on me.
I got so many med miss, bro. I'm good. I'm so stacked. I'm so stacked, bro. Get to me. Please get to me.
Alright, yeah, I am.
Armored wall above.
Edit the wall.
Wait, hold to me. I need to full. Get us in, bro. Get us in. I got 200 metal. I win heal off with like 200 med miss.
Yeah.
Pause far. How much metal have you got?
I have 300 wood only,
Same. Below us, get all the kills, bro. This is below us.
Yeah, look on me, come. Right there, got it.
Nice, good shit. Wait.
Got the wall.
Looking back, dead. Got it. I can med miss for that.
I'm getting it.
Kid in zone, dead.
Nice, good shit.
No, so much med miss. Wait, we can sit in here for ages. Wait, take 2 med miss each.
Yeah. Good, now sprint.
Wait, we get on height, bro. Get on height.
Coming. Chill.
I'm on height.
Yeah, we have it.
How many mats have you got?
Get all the kills. Sprint. I have 200 wood.
Hey, yo, Parrish, this shit hot, boy.
Sprint. Yeah.
So guys, that's been it for this video. If you haven't already, then don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. There will be a part 2 to this video showing you guys how to qualify for the later rounds, so stay tuned for that. And yeah guys, thanks for watching the video. Also drop a comment as I reply to all of you guys, and yeah, thanks for watching the video once again.